Welcome back to Family Words. Who is who? I'm Zach. Glad to be here with you. With me is Emily. Before we begin, tap subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Hi, I'm Emily. Today we'll talk about family, the people closest to us. We'll use simple words like mother, father, sister, brother, and cousin, with real stories and clear examples.
And we'll use small questions you hear in daily life, like, who is this? And is he your brother? By the end, you'll feel ready to talk about your family in easy sentences.
Quick picture from my week. My sister sent a photo of our family dinner. In the photo were my mother, my father, and my little brother. I wrote, "Who is this baby?" and laughed.
That reminds me of Sunday lunch at my parents' house. My mother made soup, my father told old stories, and my sister brought our cousin. Cousin means the child of your aunt or uncle.
Speaking of that, do you say aunt or auntie? I say auntie when I feel close. It's a soft, friendly word. Uncle is simple. My uncle loves taking family photos.
Nice. And grandparents, two helpful words, grandmother and grandfather. Many people say grandma and grandpa. Same meaning, just shorter. My grandpa keeps a box of old pictures, and we point. Who is this?
Those small questions help conversations start. I asked my grandma, "Is he your brother?" She smiled and said, "Yes, that is my brother." Short questions, short answers, big connection.
Let's set today's goal. Learn the core words, mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, and practice those two questions naturally while listening to real moments from our lives.
If you like simple, clear English in your ears, follow the show. It helps you grow a little every day, like watering a small plant.
Quick recap before we dive in. Family words give you a map. When you know the names, you can introduce people, ask polite questions, and understand stories in photos and chats.
All right, get comfortable, maybe take a sip of tea. We'll start with the basics: mother, father, sister, brother, and build step by step. Ready? Let's begin.
Okay, let's get into the basics. Mother, father, sister, brother. Yesterday, I changed the photo on my phone. It's my family at the park. I showed it to a coworker and told him, "This is my mother, this is my father, that's my sister, and that's my brother." Simple words, but they tell a big story.
I love that. On Sunday, I called my family while cooking. My mother was making tea, my father was fixing a chair, my sister was singing karaoke, and my brother was studying. By the way, some people say mom or mum for mother and dad for father. Same meaning, just friendly, everyday words.
Right, and sometimes you hear sis for sister or bro for brother, but those are casual. At the grocery store, the cashier pointed to the person behind me and asked, "Who is this?" I said, "That's my sister." We smiled and moved our cart together. Easy, clear, and real life.
Speaking of photos, a neighbor saw a picture on my fridge and asked, "Is he your brother?" I answered, "Yes, he's my brother." Then I pointed to another picture and said, "This is my father." Short questions like those make conversations simple and friendly.
Quick recap. Mother and father are parents. Sister and brother are siblings. Parents means the two adults who raise you. Siblings means your brothers and sisters. When I explain my family, I keep it short. My mother is kind, my father likes music, my sister lives nearby, my brother loves cooking.
Little sounds matter too. When my niece was small, she said, "brudder." It was cute. We practiced the soft TH in brother. Brother. Slow and gentle. After a week, she told me proudly, "This is my brother." Her smile said, "I did it." That tiny change made her confident.
That reminds me of my dad jokes moment. My father told a very old joke at dinner. My sister rolled her eyes, my brother clapped, and my mother just laughed. 4 simple words, 4 clear roles, 1 happy table. Sometimes the words feel like labels on little stories.
Let's dig a little deeper into how we use names. At my friend's house, his sister called their father by his first name. I was surprised, but it's normal in their family. In my home, we say mom and dad. Different styles, same love. Keep it natural for you.
Another tiny tip from yesterday, choosing my or our. My sister and I bought a birthday card. I wrote, "To our mother," because the card was from both of us. When I write alone, I say, "For my mother." Small words guide meaning clearly.
At the airport, I once held a sign that said, "Welcome, Mom." My brother joked, "Shouldn't it be Mother?" We laughed. Mom felt warm and close. Mother sounded formal, like a letter. Both are correct. Choose the feeling you want to show.
Quick recap again. Mother, father, sister, brother. Parents and siblings. Mom, dad are friendly. Mother, father are formal. Sis and bro are casual. Use short questions to connect. Who is this? Is she your sister? It keeps talk easy and kind.
Before we move on, think of one photo on your phone. In your head, name the people. This is my mother. This is my father. That's my sister. That's my brother. Clear words, clear heart. Okay, let's keep going.
Speaking of family photos, let's talk about aunt, uncle, cousin, and grandparents. On Saturday, I met my aunt at the market. She waved and said, "Call your uncle tonight."
At a picnic last month, my uncle brought a small guitar, and my aunt made lemonade. Aunt means the sister of your mother or father. Uncle means the brother. Easy words, big smiles.
My cousin Leo taught me soccer when I was 10. Cousin means the child of your aunt or uncle. He shouted, "Go, go!" and I kicked the ball into the fence. We laughed for 5 minutes.
Grandparents are grandmother and grandfather. Many people say grandma and grandpa. Grandma keeps photo albums. I hand her a picture and ask, "Who is this?" She answers softly, "That is your grandfather."
Yesterday, my neighbor pointed to a picture. He asked, "Is she your aunt?" I said, "Yes, that's my Aunt Rosa, and then this is my Uncle Carlos." Short lines keep conversation friendly.
Sometimes I say Auntie when I feel close. Auntie May brings sweet oranges every New Year. For Uncle, I just say Uncle Ben. Those little names feel kind, like hugs in words.
Grandfather is a long word. I slow down. Grand-fa-ther. The N and D sit together in grand. Taking your time helps. Clear and calm always sounds good.
I wrote, "We're visiting our grandparents," because my brother and I both went. Later, I texted, "I called my grandmother," because I called alone. Our and my changed the picture.
Quick recap. Aunt and uncle are your parents' sister and brother. Cousin is their child. Grandparents are grandma and grandpa. With these 4 ideas, family stories open easily.
At a wedding, I introduced people. I told a friend, "This is my cousin, Lena." He pointed at a tall man and asked, "Is he your uncle?" I said, "Yes, that's my uncle."
When I travel, I keep one family picture on my phone. A taxi driver once asked, "Who is this?" I smiled, "That is my grandma." Just like that, the ride felt friendly.
So, aunt, uncle, cousin, grandparents. Clear words for real moments. Think of one person now and name them quietly. Next, we'll use tiny questions to keep conversations going.
Let's use those small questions in real life. This morning, I showed a friend a picture on my phone. He looked at the smiling woman and asked, "Who is this?" I said, "This is my mother." Then he pointed at a man grilling in the back and asked, "Is he your brother?" I smiled. "No, that's my father."
On the bus yesterday, a neighbor saw my lock screen photo. She leaned in and asked softly, "Who is this?" I told her, "That's my sister." Speaking of that, a clear answer helps the talk flow, short and warm, like handing someone a small gift.
When I'm not sure about a person in a photo, I keep it simple. I don't guess. I just ask, "Who is this?" It feels polite and safe. After they answer, I follow with a friendly detail like, "He looks happy," or "She loves the beach, right?"
At an office party, someone saw me with a tall guy and asked, "Is he your brother?" I laughed and said, "He's my cousin." Quick question, quick fix, no problem. Those tiny questions open doors without pressure.
Last week at a store, the cashier noticed the photo on my bracelet and asked, "Is she your sister?" I nodded. "Yes, she's my sister." The little contraction, "she's," kept it smooth and natural. We both smiled and kept talking about the photo.
A small sound tip. My voice goes up at the end of a yes-no question. Is he your brother? The tone rises a little. For who is this? I pause after who and land softly on this. Tiny sounds, big clarity.
Funny you say that. My niece loves old photo albums. She points and asks, "Who is this?" I answer, "That's your grandpa." And she repeats the name with a big grin. 2 lines and suddenly we're telling family stories.
Let's dig a little deeper into this and that. When I hold the photo in my hand, I usually say, "This is my mother." When the picture is on the wall, a little farther away, I say, "That is my mother." Distance changes the word. Easy and helpful.
And if I'm wrong, I keep it kind. I once asked a friend, "Is he your brother?" She smiled. "Actually, that's my uncle." I said, "Got it, your uncle." Small correction, big respect. The conversation stayed warm.
Quick recap. I use "Who is this?" when I want a name or the family word. I use "Is he your brother?" or "Is she your sister?" for yes-no checks. If I see 2 people, I might ask, "Are they your grandparents?" Short, gentle, and clear.
Speaking of gentle, I like adding a small follow-up. "Nice photo," or "You look close." It shows care. People open up and share. "Yes, that's my father. We go fishing every spring." Now, a simple question becomes a real story.
Picture one photo on your phone right now. In your head, ask, "Who is this?" Then answer, "This is my sister," or "That's my mother." No rush, just clear words. You're building a friendly habit for everyday moments.
All right, we're ready to use these lines in a small scene. Next up, we'll stand in front of a family photo and have a natural chat, using the same tiny questions to keep the talk easy and warm. We're in my hallway, looking at one big family photo. The frame is old wood. On the left, a woman holds a red scarf. Emily points and smiles.
I ask, "Who is this?" You use it to get the name or family word. Zach nods. "This is my mother." The room already feels warmer with that simple line.
Right, this is my mother. Next to her, the man with the chef hat. This is my father. He loves barbecue. On Sundays, he starts at noon and sings old songs.
I look at the tall guy near the grill and check, "Is he your brother?" Short, friendly question. Your voice goes up a little at the end. It sounds open, not hard.
Yes, that's my brother. He's holding the tongs like a microphone. Every photo, he makes a joke. Behind him, these two kids are my cousins. They're my aunt's children. Cousin means that.
The couple in the center looks sweet. Are they your grandparents? I like asking in pairs. First a question, then a small comment like, they look happy. It keeps the talk soft and human.
Yes, they're my grandparents. I usually say grandma and grandpa. I told Emily, grandma keeps this photo on her fridge. We shared a short story about the day, not only names.
Speaking of stories, last week I showed my hallway photo to a neighbor. She asked, "Who is this?" I said, "This is my uncle." And she replied, "Nice smile." One question started a friendly chat.
Let's act out a tiny scene. You walk in, point, and ask, "Who is this?" I answer, "This is my sister." You follow with, "She looks kind." I add, "She is." Easy rhythm.
Another step. I point at two people near the cake and ask, "Are they your grandparents?" You say, "Yes, they are." Or, "No, they're my aunt and uncle." Short answers keep things clear.
Distance words help too. When I hold the frame, I say, "This is my mother." If the photo is on the wall across the room, I say, "That is my mother."
Tiny details make it warm. After a name, add one fact. He loves fishing, or she's a teacher. It turns a label into a person. People smile and share more back.
Quick recap. Use "Who is this?" for names and family words. Use "Is he your brother?" for yes/no checks. For groups, try "Are they your cousins?" Then add one small friendly detail.
I'm looking at this photo and I feel connected. Names, tiny questions, one kind comment. That's the recipe. Speaking of that, let's keep the conversation going in the next part.
Before we say goodbye, let's gather the pieces. Today we used family words: mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, grandparents. And tiny questions like, "Who is this?" and "Is he your brother?" Small words, warm conversations.
First, try a 1-minute photo habit. Open a picture. Say 3 lines. This is my mother. She loves tea. That is my brother. I do this while the kettle heats.
Second, use one tiny question each day. I ask, "Who is this?" and add, "Nice smile." Yesterday, a neighbor opened up and told me a short story.
Third, choose my or our with care. I wrote, "We are visiting our grandparents," because my brother came too. Later, I called my grandmother. 2 words changed the picture.
Fourth, listen to the music of questions. "Is he your brother?" rises. "Who is this?" lands softly. On the bus, I hear the rhythm in my head when I see photos.
Fifth, make a real call. On Sundays, I ring my auntie. I share one photo line. This is my uncle at the park. And she adds a memory.
That reminds me, labels help. I put sticky notes on my fridge: mother, father, sister. I read them once each time, then removed them. The words stayed.
Quick recap. Names plus one detail build connection. This and that show distance. Are they your grandparents? Checks a pair. Short questions keep talk gentle.
One more idea. Make a small word map in your notes: mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, grandparents, and write one fact for each. It turns words into people you know.
For tonight, choose one photo and send a message. This is my cousin. Add one kind comment about their photo too. 2 people, 2 smiles.
Thanks for being with us. If this helped, follow the show and share it with a friend. Keep your English close to daily life and let small words carry big love.